Good afternoon, and welcome to today's Smart Investing Briefing. Well, you probably know, if you don't know, you must be living in a cave, that this Sunday is the big Super Bowl game, and that's the biggest advertising event, I believe, around. So we thought we'd kind of focus a little bit on that today. That's some other things for you. But let's talk about the winner, the winning players, what they take home. I mean, it's pretty amazing. They take home $118,000 for that game.
Yeah, I mean, that's on top of their salary for the year, their sponsorships, all those other things. I mean, that's still a nice paycheck to take home, pretty good incentive to win the game. And also, that doesn't include the playoff bonuses that they've gotten. That winning team is going to take home about $201,000
Total of the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
So about 5 weeks,
right.
You get $201,000. Pretty good payoff there.
Right. And actually, the losers, I can't really call them losers, they take home $59,000 for losing that game. But actually, I did break it down per hour. I'm sure people make this per hour, but the winners are going to make about $39,000 per hour for a 3-hour game. And unfortunately, the losers, well, you only make about $20,000 per hour. So I hope you don't suffer too much out there playing that game.
To be fair, there is a lot more preparation that goes into football. You just don't go out and play the game, but you know, it's still a handsome amount of money.
It definitely is, and there's a lot of economics that comes into this. I mean, the sales this generates, $14.8 billion in sales just around the game. That's huge.
I know, it's almost like Thanksgiving. You know,
Yeah.
I think if you break it down per person watching them, it's actually about $80 per person that you're spending on food, drinks, maybe cups, coasters, all these different things that go into the game. It's actually down from last year. It was $15.3 billion. Surprised less people are going to watch the Super Bowl this year.
I wonder if because that still thing of the kneeling and so forth has kind of continued on a little bit.
Ratings were up though compared to last year, for the overall season. So that's why I was kind of surprised.
Yeah. Well, people are still paying quite a bit for advertising there. I looked at it like it was out of our budget, but advertisers will spend close to $500 million, and that's for a 30-second spot.
Oh, that's for the cumulative amount of the game. So
Okay.
that's how much advertising can be spent. It's $5.25 million for a 30-second spot, which actually breaks down to about $175,000 per second.
Well, we can afford that.
There goes $175,000 right there.
You won't get paid on that next year, So, and actually, I don't know many people going to the game, but actually this year you have an uncle going to the game.
Big Rams fan, so he's making it out there. And, you know, I think the advertisers, they don't get that money back right away, but really builds great brand awareness. And you just really associate a great feeling with the Super Bowl, I think. That's where my uncle's going, you know, especially when your team's playing in it.
Exactly. And one last thing, I was watching CNBC this morning, and they were talking about interviewing the players. And they said, the players are just like, they're all talking about Amazon. And they're kind of making up like, wow, that could be the next big investment. But last year, the players, well, again, I think a lot of them filed bankruptcy anyways, so they're not great investment advisors. But last year, they had a terrible idea, and that was
cryptocurrency. So we know where that has resulted over last year. Maybe you should short Amazon.
There we go.
Maybe it's actually a negative call when the NFL players come out and say, hey, we think this is the hot investment right now. So we still think Amazon, of course, is very pricey. They got some bad news in their quarterly conference call yesterday that actually kind of set some investors on the street, which sent Amazon lower today. I still think it's way too pricey. But
still too pricey for us.
There was one smart player that did mention, you know, we missed the boat on Amazon too late. Good for him.
Right. Just because you missed the boat, don't try to catch the boat. You're not going to catch the boat. So
you'll be swimming.
Exactly. Tune in tomorrow morning to the Smart Investing Show on AM 760 KFMB. Also, come to our website, smartinvesting2000.com. You can hear it there as well, podcast anytime you want to. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the game. We'll talk more next week.